Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing today? Why is my camera so... Okay, like, it's supposed to be centered, but not, like, to the... Good morning,
y'all right.
everyone.
But anyway,
how
guys,
y'all doing today? What is going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of... Wait, okay, like, why am I
supposed to
here
be
centered, but not... Let's see why. Okay, all right. Sorry about that. I was like, why am I hearing double audio? But what is going on, y'all? What's happening? Welcome to another episode of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. I am your host, the Silverback Senpai, and joining me is my co-host, Waluigi.
Good morning, my dudes. Glad we're on episode 16. Can't wait to talk about our latest topics today.
Absolutely. And joining us today is our guest, Terrific Treats, FL. What is going on, Terry?
Hi, I'm doing good. I'm a little tired. Otherwise, I'm good.
Same. I felt bad.
All right, this episode of the podcast will be available on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, which is currently being streamed on. And for audio-only listeners, it will be available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and Spotify. And yeah, before we start with, our topics and whatnot, we like to reflect back on last episode. And, last episode...
Dude, there was a lot of chaos that happened. Controlled chaos at its finest.
Yeah, like, wow. The 8-man podcast, which I did not think... I didn't think it'd be possible because usually my mindset is you either go big or you go home and whatnot. So I'm actually glad that it happened and we had a good time.
Definitely.
Now, I will say that I am aware of the technical issues that did occur in the podcast, and I am also aware of the audio issues where people were just like sounded muted or cut off or whatnot. And that's because of the software that I'm using on my laptop, which is RTX Voice, which pretty much softens or suppresses background noise. So in a group with a lot of people, yeah, some people did sound like they were like getting quiet or whatnot when really they weren't. So I said from now on, if I'm going to ever do a really big podcast with more than, I would say, 4 people, including myself and my co-host, 4 people, I'm just going to invest in another mixer that is tailored for that big of a size, and then, of course, more microphones. So that way, there won't be any problems and issues, and everybody will sound good. And, of course, those that are listening, whether they're at work or they're, hanging out with their friends or at home relaxing, they can actually get a nice, clean audio. So that's something that I'm going to be looking forward into in the future. Yes, in the future, there will be another 8-man podcast with the same group of people, but until I get the setup, it's not going to happen. So,
in the far future.
Yeah, but the guests, they will return, of course. Most of them will return, or I should say all of them. I shouldn't say most.
Or just straight running, like
yeah.
Steven.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, that was a lot of fun, especially with the drive that we went through.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you guys watch the behind the scenes or the pre-show. That was probably one of the funniest things.
Yeah, definitely.
You'll see the more natural, raw me bright and early in the morning yelling.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Then afterwards, how I did a ghost ramen challenge. That was painful. Worth it.
Absolutely. All right. So, with that out the way, let's talk about our guest, Terrific Treats. Terry, how are you doing this morning?
Aside from being tired, I'm good. I was actually working here at the arcade last night, so I'm talking loud enough, right? Or a little closer.
Yeah, bring you.
Like that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, yeah, I'm doing good now. I finally got to reopen my shop, so I'm really happy about that.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it
So
felt
tell us,
like
what do
we-
you? So sorry to cut you off, but
good.
tell us what you do. What is your shop?
So like back in June, like I guess during the pandemic, I had also lost my job. Well, I quit my job like shortly before it closed down. So either way, I was out of a job, and I wanted to pursue something, at least in the meantime. That it's something I want to make full time, but as of right now, it's my main job. So in July is when I opened, and right now it's a cottage food, which is a home bakery. So, but I have all my food licenses and stuff, and I've been working to get licenses. Right now it's just cookies, because that's one of the things that you can sell as a cottage food baker. But as I expand, I wanted to start doing like cakes, pies, stuff that I actually, will
Oh, that's
involve.
freaking sweet.
Yeah.
Pun
It's
gonna
intended,
be
but
great.
still.
I'm excited for it.
That's awesome. So, like, what came about this idea of getting into Terrific Treats, Florida, whatnot? Like, with everything that you said, like, what made you be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go the bakery route?
Well, at first, what I was starting to do was I expanded my shop as an artist because I do draw in the meantime.
Right.
But that wasn't like something I was ever passionate about. That was like more of a hobby for me. So I started, I knew I wanted to cook. I knew I liked baking and cooking for people. So I started doing that instead. And then I realized people are willing to pay for it. So I wanted to like, oh, I might as well expand on this as a career. And I'm my own boss right now, so that's fun.
So how's it been for the past couple of months that you've been open?
I've actually set goals for myself and a certain amount of sales, and up until October when I had to close, I was meeting every goal. I usually try to
Nice.
increase it by a little
Congrats.
bit. Thank you. I try to increase it by a little bit each time, and yeah, like, up until I had to close, I was doing good. It was fine. Like working here and doing that was enough to get my bills and still have spending money.
Nice,
That's
nice.
awesome to hear.
That's what's up. You see, people, when you have something that you're passionate about, just go for it because you never know what will happen. Don't just sit there and just be like, I wish I could have done something. Just go and do it.
Yeah.
See where
Shia
it takes
LaBeouf
you.
screamed it enough times.
And I'm pretty sure, Terry, you've had your failures and
Oh,
whatnot. And then, of course, you got to learn from your failures and your mistakes as you first started. And now that you're gaining that momentum, you're gaining the traffic, now it's like, okay, I got to keep this going, but I also have to keep improving as well. So that way I'm 10 steps ahead.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of failures, like for example, August, I sold nothing. Not one thing I sold in August.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't stop because I figured that's just a slow month. Instead, I tried to change how I advertise. I tried to post a little more, try to interact with other people. But right now, what I'm trying to do, because like I told you before, I want to do conventions eventually.
Right.
So as of right now, I was like, I want to work on building community, making friends and stuff, so I can at least know people. So that way, when I do expand, I will have a following of some sort. So people will actually want to support me. So yeah, in terms of failure, it's mainly just, lack of sales or packaging. Like at first, I would just put cookies in a box,
Right.
and now I actually like double seal it with a sealer. I can ship now because of that. I just yeah, it's a learning process that I'm happy to be part of.
Where do you ship to? Is it just Florida only? Is it Broward County only?
I do a local delivery pickup for Broward. The furthest I did go was Miami though, and depending, like I charge like $10 for that. But I do ship anywhere in the U.S.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, nice. You hear that, people?
Yeah, I
Especially
just got the stuff for it, so I can do it.
nice, especially those that are following me on Twitch and Facebook. Terrific Treats do ship in the U.S., so definitely go check her out and place an order and use my promo code Senpai64
I was just about to say that.
Just thinking it too.
and save you on what 10%,
15.
15% on any purchases that you make on. You say you don't have a website yet.
No, I'm not. I'm working on it.
Working on it, okay.
So
But
the main thing is Instagram right now.
yeah, so hit her up on Instagram and even Facebook as well.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram,
that's cool.
and that's where you can hit her up. That's where you can place your order. So let's go ahead and get into your gaming origins. Like when, hold on, I'm trying to think. I think we met like this year, but like before the pandemic, and it was during a Tekken 7 tournament where I was playing against your boyfriend CJ.
He's back there.
Yeah, he's here. CJ's here.
Say hi.
I say Jack.
But yeah, and then that's where it picked off from, and I've been very cool and chill with Terry and CJ, and here we are on episode 16 of the South Florida Gamers podcast. So tell us your gaming history. What got you into gaming?
Well, I know I'll start with like my first game. I know it was a Spyro on the PS1.
Hey.
That was my first one. But that was
Classic.
like also one of the only PS1 games because I immediately started just going to GameCube for like years as a kid. I like my favorite is GameCube, obviously. I played a lot of like Sonic games. Honestly, growing up, those are my favorite. I still do like those though. I just don't like the quality it's taking lately. But I started with that, and then I think I went to it was the Wii next. It was the Wii. I'm a Nintendo person.
I
And I
gotcha.
briefly had a
Okay.
DS, but I would use a pen instead of a stylus. So the screen just eventually got scratched up.
Oh, the brutality.
No one warned me. I was
The
like,
screen brutality. Oh my gosh.
so I never really used it. Then I used like the 3DS for a little. That one I did not scratch up, thankfully.
Oh, good.
Good.
And then I eventually got a PC, and from there it's been PC, like only, if I'm being honest. Or I play his PS4 sometimes.
Nice. Would you do
Gotcha.
emulators?
Emulators, yeah. I have a Dolphin, I think.
I like you already just because
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah, that's actually one of my friends actually had modded my Wii with like a bunch of different stuff too. So that's why I wasn't sure if I like GameCube or Wii better, because you can play GameCube games on the Wii. So
That's true.
So, what are your favorite games? Like games of all time?
I already know at the top of my head Shovel Knight for PC. That one's my favorite.
Okay.
Even though it's my favorite, I've yet to play the DLC though, just the main game. I loved how the art and the magic music was for the game. I liked Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. That was my favorite game growing up. I still play it to this day. I'm trying to think of what else I really like. Oh, Overwatch.
Hey.
A long time. on
Who's your main?
Overwatch. It was when I stopped playing Genji and McCree.
Okay, I'm losing like. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But I'm a flex player. I play like tank, support, and DPS. So I would play like Ryan. I'd play either Mercy or Ana, and then I'd play McCree or Genji.
Have you gone competitive?
Not a lot. Like when I was playing, I stopped when I had roll queue.
Oh,
Not that
okay.
I just
Yeah.
at first wasn't too great with it. I kind of liked depending on my map is what I would switch to.
On the spot situations, I know that feeling so well.
Yeah, because if I get King's Row, I usually like to play like Sombra. That was also a main. I'd play like Sombra, but if
Terry, bring your mic a little bit closer.
sure. Like it. Sorry about that. I know I'm quiet.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, because we have Graceful Games in the chat saying that is there a way to raise your mic because it's a little too low.
Is that better a little?
Hello.
I was gonna say because in Elos, I love to play Roadhog. Just
Oh
because
yeah.
Hello.
Oh,
just because
Roadhog's
it's cool.
fun. That's what I mean. I can't like pick one. Like I just know that.
I
in
was
terms of
forced. I was
fun,
forced to go tank, unfortunately.
I like Roadhog because you can still heal yourself.
Ben Reinhardt.
Yeah, Reinhardt's fun.
Is that better? Is that better? Test,
Hope
test,
that's a
test.
little better.
Testing. Johnny Test.
Oh, another one.
What?
Binding of Isaac. I have like over like 1,000
Oh my
hours.
god! I know one guy who committed hours into it.
I played the first one, and then they came out with I think Rebirth.
I'm
then
too much of a
Afterbirth.
coward to get into it.
It's painful at first
I
because you
know.
just die over and over. It still is now because you get good runs and you know how to play, but then you'll die really late and you waste like 40 minutes depending on how long your run is.
I'm sorry. What?
It's fun though. It's like I don't know what made that game stick with me, but that's one of my most played games.
Okay.
And I don't play it much anymore, but there's also Killing Floor 2. I liked a lot. All PC.
I know. I need to get into PC. I'm slacking.
So Terry, what are your favorite games for this year? And I wouldn't say this year. I would say in this generation of the PS4, Xbox One era.
Oh well, if it's for PS4 entirely because of him, Tekken 7.
Hey.
Not gonna lie. I know that as like silly as it is, Fall Guys is one of my favorites this year though. And I didn't play it myself, but Last of Us 2 was actually kind of cool. Like watching that was cool. There was one more that came out this year, the Yakuza game. That one's cool too.
I've been hearing so much.
I downloaded Yakuza, but I haven't played it yet.
I
I've
played
heard
on
so
Zero.
much about
but I haven't-
Yakuza.
Yeah, the soundtrack alone made me want to play it.
I have Zero, Koimi 1 and 2
Oh, yeah.
on the Game Pass, but I haven't played it yet.
Oh, it's a really good series.
I can feel Steven yelling at me now.
Yeah, sometimes I work here, I'll play the music from here.
Yeah, like last night you was playing one of the songs
The
from
meme
Yakuza.
song, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that one Dame Da?
Yeah,
Yes,
that
Dame
yeah.
Yo,
I was like
Dame,
wondering
Dame
if
Yo.
anyone would acknowledge it. I was like, I'm
I
sorry.
did.
I love that meme so much.
It's just so funny because I liked it, and then suddenly it became a meme, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Am I allowed to like this anymore?"
Yes, you are always allowed to like meme music. Or music that became memes.
Yeah, those
Whatever, however it goes.
Graceful, let me know if my mic is okay. because you said my mic is booming or whatnot, but Terry, you do sound fine. All of
Awesome.
it, you sound fine. So
I'm always fine.
I lowered the mic.
Don't choke now. Don't choke.
I was like, you're in spit range.
But when it comes to gaming, what are your favorite genres or go-to genres of games that you typically would go for, Terry?
Thinking of like Overwatch, for example, I do like first person, and like I didn't play it a lot to say, oh, I played Halo, but I did play it with my brothers growing up, but they were just better, so I never stuck with it. But that's I think where I first started. So I like first person shooter, but
Do you like team based?
yeah, that's fun. Not like anything like
Because
Overwatch.
that's what
is pretty
Overwatch
good.
is in a nutshell.
Yeah. I like, I guess the top-down ones as well. I'm trying to think of what you described Binding of Isaac. Was it like a dungeon crawler, right? Something like that?
Yeah, I'd say it's a dungeon crawler at this point.
And then lately I started liking Rimworld, which is like a, I
I'm
don't know,
trying
it's a
to-
civilization building game.
I heard of it.
Yeah, it's at first I was like, oh, this probably will be okay, but then
It's
I
like
put
you
a lot
build
of
your own
hours
factories
into
and stuff.
it. Yeah, it's
I've
cute.
seen the gameplay trailer, but I haven't got it.
Yeah, the little they look like little chess pieces. I think they're called. I
Yeah.
think they're called pawns or something in the game.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good though. Which I never thought I'd like like building games like that, but that one's fun.
The only thing I've touched is Minecraft, and I'm not
Oh.
ashamed to say that, in Ark.
Oh yeah, I've a lot of hours on Minecraft too. One of my favorites.
I think I have like less than 20. Rage quitting.
I've never gotten into Minecraft.
You're good. You're good.
No, when I was younger.
But
I
then
would
again,
have
when
the time.
when Minecraft came out, it was like on PC, and then it went to Xbox. Since I was mostly a PlayStation guy, so I never had the opportunity to play. And then when it finally came to PlayStation, it was like, well, that ship has already sailed for me, so I'm not getting into the game. But I'm not gonna knock it down for the popularity that it's caused throughout the years. So. If you like it, I love it, is what I would say.
Yeah, definitely respect for Mojang for keeping the development.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like for a game that it's like in this era, we a lot of people obsess over graphics and visuals and whatnot, and then when you look at something like Minecraft, that is pretty much it looks like a PS1 game,
Yeah.
but the gameplay is just so good and it's great and people enjoy it. It's like
It's a simple alternative take into a game or
yeah,
approach.
it's like graphics don't matter as long as the gameplay is good because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have played games that look so good, but it turned out so disappointing.
Agreed.
I'm trying to think of some.
Andromeda.
There you go, Mass Effect Andromeda. There's one.
Dear God. Anything with Mass Effect, I'm not a fan of. I just couldn't get into it.
Oh man. Let's see what others. So what games are you playing recently?
Recently, like I said, with them Tekken, like trying to get better at that.
And how's that been going?
I felt that.
Fun.
I
It's-
felt that pain so much. I can't get into it.
It's fun, but I'm waiting for like Kiryu to come out from Yakuza. He's gonna be in it.
What?
I'm calling it. He's gonna be in it. You'll see.
Who?
Kiryu,
Kiryu.
the main guy from Yakuza 0, the one in the white suit.
Oh my God. If he does, I'm going to lose my mind.
No, I'm like so confident that he will that I'm like waiting. But I do play Lee also, and and
Ooh.
occasionally Negan because it makes people upset.
I love Negan.
Yeah, Negan's great.
Holy smokes. Lucille, give me strength.
It's like I love how long, like exaggerated all of his things are in the game.
His range is what makes him good.
What else have I? Like I said, kind of Fall Guys, and right now Rimworld is what I'm playing a lot.
What's Rimworld?
It's like like I said, like a civilization building game, but it's like 2D. It's really flat, but like each character has stats. You start with like 2 or 3. You could start on a casual, peaceful, or like random mode where anything can happen. And like over time, as you expand and as you get more people in your little base, more challenges come. Like random events will happen. Like there'll be random famines or something. Like once I
Oh.
had corn, and the day before I could take it, it all got what's the word? I couldn't do
Mutilated.
it. Something happened to it. Where a blight. I'm sorry. That's it. There was a blight
Oh.
or something.
Oh.
Or then like you'll get attacked randomly, and you just but you can pause the game anytime and like plan strategy. So it's like pretty good. It's really different for me.
I wouldn't know how to react if someone just randomly gets attacked.
Yeah, that's
in my
why
own
I'm
base.
glad I can pause. Because I'm like, oh, what do I do now? It's like and
It's
they're,
all
like,
sunny
really
and
far.
hail just pops out. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd blame. It's like a Florida thing happening.
Yeah, I was surprised that I played it this long. That's why, because I don't usually play those kind of things.
Oh, nice. And where can people find Rimworld if they're interested in getting into the game?
I think it's 30 on Steam.
Okay.
Or if you want to pirate it, that's also an option. But you should support the developers. You know?
And not pirate because
Yeah.
it might have like some anti-cheat software or something that pops up saying
Yeah.
everything just random happens.
And jail is always there. You get thrown in jail for a video game.
Oh, man. All right, so let's get into our next one. Hold on. Okay, the rise of scalpers during the PS5 and Xbox Series X release. All right, who wants to go off with this one? Like, what are your thoughts on the rise of these scalpers who are just making it difficult for people to purchase the next gen consoles? I already got what I want to say, but I want to let you guys say y'all piece before it comes back
Our
to
guest first. I'm gonna
Well,
be nice.
As a PC gamer, I am mainly unaffected, but it does honestly though.
The low
does
blow.
make
I have
me
felt
sad.
that.
It makes me sad because of everything that's happening right now. Like people are looking forward. Oh, look, a new console's coming out. Now they can't even get it unless they have like $1,000, because that's what people are selling it for, like 800. I saw like 800. Someone went like 1,200. And like PC pictures of people's houses, like a wall of PS4s. Like sorry, PS5. And I don't know. It's always been a problem though, because I remember this happening. Wait, what happened with this? No, it was with Amiibos. I'm sorry that this happened.
What?
Really?
Yeah, they had a long time Amiibo scalpers
the
for like
collection.
specific ones. I don't remember who. I want to say like, what's that Kid Icarus game? The green hair one.
Pit?
Palutina.
Palutina.
Yeah, her. I
From
think I
Smash.
think it was her, and I think Samus or something. I
Oh,
don't know. They
wow.
would like scalp the girl ones, so usually.
The waifus for laifus.
Yeah, that was So I've seen it before, and my opinion's still the same. It's sad. I get it. It's like, oh, it's technically investing, but for what? It just make people upset.
Yeah.
Not something I'd personally do.
Honestly, I find it a heavy disappointment, especially when it comes to the PS5, when you have all those exclusives, every good offer. But to charge $1,000 when you paid $500 for it is just a rip. I kind of hope a Florida man has some tea with you or something if you're scalping, or like you just get stuck in traffic and you can't move out.
Didn't that happen? Someone posted a picture and they got robbed.
Yes. Yes.
It was on my
Oh, yeah,
story.
that's what I saw.
It was on my story. Like,
Robbed.
That is Robin Hood justice right there.
yeah.
I mean, we don't condone it, but still.
It happens.
Okay, I might a little bit, but
Don't gloat about it then. Don't post it on Twitter.
Exactly. That's what I said.
you
like,
can't just flex. If you just sell, you better stay anonymous.
Yeah, like just stay on eBay or whatever. That way you don't have a user.
At this point, I'll just buy a PS5 and wish and hope for the best.
On a wish.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Gotcha.
But Series X, I don't see much damage with it. Even though it's a newer console with PC-like parts, you still get the same game for the Xbox One X.
People
Right.
were they doing it for the Xbox? They were scalping it too?
Ner-
I mean, they're scalping it, but not as egregious as the PS5.
Oh, okay.
Because Game Pass just has everything at this point,
Yeah.
and it's still building with backwards compatibility.
Listen, when it comes to these scalpers, and for those that follow me on Instagram, I posted 2 photos, and it was literally a story within itself. Guy on Twitter's bragging about all the PS5s that he has or whatnot, and the prices that he's selling them for. Next story page shows that he got robbed, and my thought is, listen, I don't condone criminal activity. I don't. However, in this time of need where people want PS5s, like here at Flynn's Arcade, there's literally one right there. And people are like desperate trying to look for one, try to buy one. You have these guys, these scalpers who are using bots to purchase the PS5s quickly than everybody else. So that way they can just have as much as they want and then resell it to people for double, triple, or even quadruple the price.
And
Do I
that's
feel
just
sorry
extra.
for them when they get robbed?
No.
I don't.
No, I don't.
I don't feel sorry for these guys.
Shout out to the
Especially
Florida
if
man
you're-
or Robin Hood doing it.
Yeah, especially if you're bragging about it online, thinking that people are not going to touch you. Listen, if there's one thing that I know, that is you do not underestimate the power of the internet and the people that is on it, because if people will try to people will find you is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
They will find you if you think you're that if you're all that. I'm telling you.
Oh, definitely.
So be humble. Now that this guy got his PS5 stolen that he bought for
He's not
however
dead.
much that he did, and then tries to resell it so that way he can try to make money off of it. Now the people, your voice is way too low, my guy. Can barely hear you, Boomer Gray. Okay, so how about now? Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me now?
So literally, this is like
Can you hear me now?
Robin Hood. Like everyone, I remember Stephen showing me the meme historian how they found out where Shia LaBeouf was hidden.
Oh,
It's the equivalent of that. Like people on 4chan know what they're doing. That's terrifying.
oh, I see a flag in the background. Like
Yeah.
a flagpole. I know where that is.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I remember
And they
that.
check out
That
wind
was so funny.
correlation, airplanes, the type of water you're in. That's the power of 4chan and Reddit. Like people will find you one way
If they
or
want to do
another.
something, it's gonna happen.
It is
It's kind of
extra.
scary, but
It is extra in the funniest way.
I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying to find that, nice sweet spot when it comes to the audio and all. But thank you guys
already
so
am.
much for letting me know about the audio. But as I was saying, like, be humble. Like, be humble about it, and don't brag about stuff on the internet thinking that nobody's not going to touch you.
Better wear a ski mask half the time at this point.
Yeah, because people will find you, and they will get what they want from you. And case in point, the people that robbed this guy ended up getting a lot of PS5s, and guess what? That person is going to end up selling it at retail price, and that money's not going to go to PlayStation. It's going to go to that guy that stole it from the guy that was bragging about it online. So, in the words of, I forgot his name, Joaquin Phoenix from the movie Joker, you get what you fucking deserve. You get what you fucking deserve.
Oh my god. Yes, I knew you were gonna go with that, and I love you.
Yeah.
I love you for that.
But honestly, like, when it comes to the whole scalping situation, like, to me, I feel like the retail stores, like the online retail places, they could have done Walmart has done some changes to where now they ask you that test, that captcha test, to see if you're a bot or whatnot. They finally did it. I'm like, well, where was this
Little bit
months
late.
ago?
A little bit late.
Yeah, you're a little bit late, but hey, thank you for making some
Effort.
adjustments, even though you're like late and nobody doesn't have a PS5. But
Wait, Silverback, did Coles have one? I'm sorry, I had to ask. I had to ask. I am so sorry. What if bots actually took the PS5 before you?
we don't talk about Coles.
I had to ask this question.
because you're my guy, I'm not gonna curse you out on the podcast. But we're not gonna talk about Coles. We're not gonna talk about Coles.
I know, I just realized this. We're talking about this. I am so sorry.
For those,
Sorry.
for those that are watching and listening, right? What Waluigi means by Coles is if you followed me on social media, not too long ago, I purchased a PS5 from Coles, and less than 24 hours later, it got canceled.
That was the most painful thing I've ever seen, and I feel so
Well,
bad.
why? Did they too
Because
much
Coles screwed up. They screwed up because they did not have that many.
Oh, so they're just selling them.
Oh.
So a lot of people that ended up paying for it,
Why not reserve it?
So that's
if you
what
bought
happened.
It?
Okay.
like,
I don't know.
I'm just like, y'all could just, like, here's,
he-
my thing is this, like, they could have just said, like, okay, we know that you paid for it, we're going to give you an option. A, we can give you back your money, or B, you can wait a couple of weeks until they have one in stock, and then they give it to me. I would have taken that option, because at that
Everyone
point,
would've.
I know that I paid for it, and I know eventually it's going to be on the way. And it was a bundle on top of that, because it came with another controller and another game.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Like, I would have been happy with that, but they screwed up, and I wasn't the only one that got screwed over. A lot of people got screwed over. Like, there's literally a Reddit thread of people who bought their PS4 bundles.
I got screwed over. Thank you.
Yeah, that literally got
PS5.
screwed over. Like, to the point where it showed that it was in fulfillment and then canceled. Even though you've already paid for it, and it says fulfillment, canceled. They give you back your money, And of course, the money, the Kohl's money that you got, which was $180 in Kohl's cash, you would keep.
What?
Yeah. My fiance, it was on my fiance's account, so she ended up keeping the $180 cold cash. I said, I don't want nothing to do with that money. I want, yeah, like I want the PS5. I don't want the Kohl's cash.
Is
Like,
that what they refunded you with?
no, they refunded me
Oh,
my
okay.
actual money, which was
Okay, good.
$684, and then the Kohl's cash that I got for buying the PS5
okay.
bundle,
All right.
they let me keep.
an
They let
extra.
everyone keep it.
If it was
So-
just store credit,
We
Yeah,
definitely got to
pretty-
mention that there's boss issues and then there's stores having issues.
Yeah.
That's good. That's one way to open up that topic a little bit more. And that's what just crossed my mind. I do apologize, but that's what just threw me off. Because there's so many stores having issues, and sometimes there's websites that show stock as well, and people take advantage of that.
Yeah.
There's so many group chats I'm in, like Video Games of Palm Beach County. They mentioned a website that showed whatever's had to stock that specific day at a specific time, and then it just gets sold out instantly.
It's crazy. Like, I would say a way to combat this scalper situation, to, combat against the scalpers and people who are trying to buy it en masse or en masse or whatnot, is for people to just buy it at the store and then just, add them to an email list or phone text list, and to let them know that, hey, your console is available at such and such store. You can come pick it up at, this time, at any time after this time that we put it out or whatnot. So that way, at least, one, you're not going to have like a huge crowd of people swarming the store trying to get a PS5. Now it's just selected people to just, okay, here, it's available. You can come pick it up at the store. Boom, you're done. Like, that would have been a lot better, in my opinion, to to combat against the online scalpers. But I don't know where they're gonna go with that from here on out. But I'm just hoping that they find, at least Best Buy, Walmart, Target, I think Target, you have the option to pick up, but it's like, I checked Target, it's not even available. So I'm just like,
At this
you don't even know. And then, of course, some of these online retailers, they're also doing stealth releases where they release it quietly where people are sleeping. Like, the time when I got my order from Kohl's, some people got theirs from Best Buy. And Best Buy did not announce that, oh, yeah, we have PS5s in stock. It was just, people saw it available, and they clicked, and boom, they got it.
I literally just might ask the sales associate when I go back to West Palm about this to see if it.
Yeah, and there is a guy that I do know that works at a Best Buy or whatnot, and I'm not going to let y'all know who it is, but that is my plug. So you will let me know if there's anything available. I will definitely, like, once I get it, then it'll be like, yeah, I got a plug. So, if you know of someone that works at your favorite retail places where they sell electronics, especially video game consoles, make sure you're good friends with them, because you never know.
Your homies, you better invite them to a cookout. You better give them a beer or something.
Yeah, something.
Give them cookies, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll make little controllers.
I'll buy them.
But what are y'all thoughts? Do you guys have like any other options or ways to combat against the online scalpers, or?
It's kind of similar to what you said. Something like that would be good. I was shopping on Black Friday, and when I was there, people weren't killing each other.
Yeah.
They show on the thing.
Yay!
But like they had lines. Like for like the Nike store, for example, was a really long line. So I think if they did have a release like in stores, people I know gamers may be violent, but
Yeah.
I sure as hell will slap someone for PS5 if they come near me.
yeah,
Boost for
maybe a
off.
little tense, but they could probably do a physical release like in stores, or even like what you said, like the stealth releases, like in stores though.
Right.
People probably already come in and ask though, but
Like for Black Friday recently, have you guys seen the picture that I posted on Instagram where you literally had a guy brought out his whole bed right in front of GameStop?
saw that.
Yes.
I was about to ask that next.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, because GameStop, they were going to have PS5 consoles at their stores for Black Friday. The only drawback is that there was only going to be 2 consoles per store.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, 2 consoles.
Oh, Judas.
Only 2 per store. So I'm just like, what's the point of even going? because whoever the first two
If
are,
you see two people there, just, yep, we're here. We're getting it.
yeah, literally. So I'm just like, no. Like, if it was first 50, cool. First 30, okay. First 20, that's as far. All right.
Yeah.
First 20 in, they get the PS5. And that's it. Like, I'd have been okay with that.
Yeah.
But two, I'm like, man, I'm not waking up early in the morning or camping out in front of GameStop.
Or one PS5.
Yeah,
To
for
watch
That
someone
might
on
not
the
even be
PS5.
available.
that. Yeah, exactly. It just,
Oh my gosh.
no.
It's painful to see. I'm staring at it right now. It's in its holiness.
I'm glad one's here at least. So I could at least look at it here.
Yeah.
We
And
can-
you
we
see
can- we-
how big it is.
We're in the same air as it.
Yeah. Like, for those that
I can breathe in the ventilation.
for those that don't see the PS5 in the background, which is literally that right over there,
I am not touching it.
it's here at Flynn's Arcade,
I've never been
and
drop
it
kicked.
has
Then touch it.
Yeah,
it
I'm
has
too
the
scared to. I was
Spider-Man
wiping
Miles
the
Morales
controller.
game, so you can come here at Flynn's and play it for yourself and have fun with it. It's a really nice game, and as much as I would love to play the game, I'm waiting until I get my PS5.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil myself knowing that it's here at the arcade, but it's not going to be at my house. So that's just me.
Lonely.
Yeah.
I'm so lonely. I have nobody to call my own. It's too early. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right. Moving on. What is your game of the year for 2020? We'll start off with our guest.
Yeah, like I said, I know it was like silly for it being like kind of Fall Guys, but that's the only one that came out this year that I've actually played. I haven't played too many new things recently. I like old stuff a lot. So yeah, like I said, I liked Last of Us. That was kind of go with the second one, and the Yakuza game. Those three. If I had to pick what came out this year,
Gotcha. So out of those three, which one would stand out
Fall
as
Guys.
Fall Guys?
Everyone by experience.
Gotcha.
I know a lot of people probably got tired of it, but I like it. It's cute.
Yeah, I remember playing maybe 2 or 3 games of Fall Guys and whatnot, and all I could
I've
think,
seen gameplay.
and it just remind me of you and a bunch of your drunk buddies just going on an obstacle course.
Oh no, those are beer goggles you can use if you're sober.
Or if
And-
not Fall Guys, then Yakuza. That one
Okay.
definitely looks replayable.
Because I'm just like, what is this game? Let me go ahead and play it or whatnot. Because at the time, Fall Guys was trending, and then I'm just like, it's just a bunch of drunk little aliens
They're
just
like beans.
just frolicking around
They're in fursuits. The more you think
Yeah,
about
they
it.
have wolf suits.
and just trying to complete an obstacle course, which can be sometimes very brutal.
It's a brutal furry game if you think about it.
First time I played, I actually got
Shout out
mad.
some furries. I think.
Like, I can see why people rage in that game.
Yeah.
Because of other people and some of their screw ups and mistakes and whatnot.
I remember people just carrying over people to the edge. That's betraying.
Yeah,
Or
I've
they'd
seen
wait
that.
At the finish line, like there'd be one more person has to cross, and the guy would stand there, and then you get close, and then they just cross. It's like, what do? You quit the game or you watch? Like,
That is cold.
Yeah,
It's mean.
definitely. Oh, man. Waluigi, what about you? What is your 2020 game of the year?
I'm gonna have 2 categories. Indie, I'm gonna say Carry On. Carry On is a game where you play. It's a reverse horror, so you play as the monster. It's 2D, 8-bit. Well, I'd say it's 16-bit, but you're grabbing people, consuming, but you're also learning about how you became this monster. And the lore is a little bit intense. There's no words to it. It's just screaming. It's just screaming and a lot of puzzle work. Then for my actual game of the year, I'd say Ghost of Tsushima. Or Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Those 2 games have to be game of the year. Mostly because of history, mythology, as well as blood and gore.
All right, well, for me, my game of the year, I mean, it's not obvious. You already know what it is. It's Ghost of Tsushima. That's going to be my game of the year for 2020. But for other categories, I would say for action adventure, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Neo 2 because playing Neo 2 after playing Neo 1, I love Neo 1, and then coming into Neo 2, it is challenging, but I do see where it can be very easy for people to play. Like, Neo 2 is your samurai style Dark Souls type of game. But if you play it with people, it becomes easier.
Yeah,
If
I
you
was
play it
watching
by
your gameplay.
yeah, if you play it by yourself, then yeah, you're gonna get owned a lot, and then you're just slowly trying to build up your character, fill up your stat points and whatnot, and then you'll end up doing damage. The boss fights can be very unfair and one-sided, but when you have people, it makes it a lot easier because now the boss can focus on your teammate instead of you, and then you can just do some attacks from behind and whatnot, and then when the boss realizes that you're attacking from behind, that's when you go ahead and run away and repeat the process or whatnot. So action adventure, I'm gonna give it to Neo 2. Fighters,
Mortal Kombat?
Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
I knew you would say something besides Mortal Kombat.
I'm gonna give it to Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. I would say, I mean, if I have to compare it to like expansions or even seasons and whatnot, that's gonna be tough. That is gonna be tough.
You know, I'm still gonna say 11 just because of the Aftermath campaign.
Yeah, I'd give it to
Mostly
11
because that
of the
cinematic
Aftermath.
was so good,
Yeah,
and the endings.
yeah, the endings were good, and I'm gonna say this: Chronica is a terrible, terrible villain.
Honestly, Shao Kahn's way better. Or
Yeah.
Shang Tsung.
Shao Kahn at the top.
Even Quan Chi.
Then you have corrupted Shinnok as the boss. Okay, Chronica's like garbage.
And she's-
terrible,
And
terrible.
she's supposed to be a
villain.
Titan, or like the god of gods.
Yeah, like there were so many instances where she could have completely took advantage of the situation or whatnot, but instead, plot armor or the way how the plot was advancing is just like,
I
what?
know.
Why?
It's a migraine.
Like, and of course the game's gonna be rebooted again. I'm just like, I love Mortal Kombat, but I'm tired of the reboots. They should have just continued with the story after MKX, and then MK11 would be a continuation, going further, and then of course expanding the lore of all the characters that are in the series. Instead, yeah, we're gonna reboot everything again. Why? You did that with 9. 10 was good. And now 11 is just like,
You know, the added campaign made it better in a way.
yeah.
But then I do like how they're adding more unnecessary fan service, like the original voice actors or the voices of Mortal Kombat the movie.
Yeah.
I like almost shat myself from thinking about it. The original voice of Johnny Cage.
Yeah. That was actually good. It was actually surprising.
It's the actual voice actors.
yeah. To see, them reprising their roles or whatnot. Although I will say that Christopher Lambert, the one that played Raiden, you can tell that
Yeah.
age has gotten to him and whatnot. And I'm kind of like wondering if they're gonna get I forgot the actor that played Liu Kang. Did they
I
get
know.
him? But only time will tell.
I definitely appreciate Johnny Cage, and anything that doesn't involve Ronda Rousey is fine with me.
Yes. I was not too happy with. I mean, I like Ronda Rousey, but I was not too happy with her voicing Sonya. I was fine with the MKX
Me
version
too.
of Sonya, but
She can go Holly home for all I care.
oh my
She's
god!
fallen from grace.
I'm sorry, Ronda Rousey, if you actually listen to it.
Oh man. But yeah, fighters. I'm definitely gonna give it to Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. It's a new fighter. Really like the game, and I gotta get back into playing that game because it was just really fun. It's a fighter it's a 2D fighter that you can pick up and play. It's really not that complicated, but as you play it more, you can really get some advanced combos, and you don't have to worry about doing like air combos in the air and whatnot. So that's a plus. Everything is just
Noted.
on the ground, and you just work with what you got.
I thought about getting into that, or Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yeah, I gave up on Dragon Ball FighterZ because after not playing it for a while and then trying to get back into it, it's like there's so much advanced stuff. I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
Y'all can have that. And then let's see. I said fighters. I said action adventure. Shooters. I'm gonna give it to Doom Eternal.
You know, it's a good game, definitely. The story just needs to be better, or there needs to be more definition of plot.
Yeah.
Did you go through some of the Exodus or some of the books?
No, I just skip past them.
I
I'm just there for the action.
You read it and you understand why it is, but I wish they can just tell you straight up in the cutscenes.
That is
Yeah.
probably the one thing for Doom. They probably people like the action. They're like, oh, the story.
I got
It's
into the
fine.
story. I was the complete opposite. Like I went through
No, I
all the
personally,
books
I like the story, honestly.
and I went through all the artwork.
Like I'll be watching cutscenes. Like, what are you watching the cutscenes? Like I want to know.
But then the only time you hear Doom, the guy's voice, is what made me like had chills. He's like blood, guts, demons. Like, this man was made to kill right out the womb. But it also shows that there's lore between each of the Dooms. Like that's from Doom 64, I think, or Doom 2. I might be wrong. Men of Doom, don't yell at me.
All right, so that is our games of the year. Any honorable mentions?
I'd always say Mario Kart for racing. I'm sorry. Action adventure. I've already mentioned Ghost of Tsushima and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Do you have anything?
I'm trying to think. I don't actually remember what came out. I liked watching you do Ghost of Tsushima. That was cool. It's a really pretty game.
Yeah.
It's like that alone was really. I understand.
I love watching you play Tekken. That's like the funniest thing.
Tekken can get so sweaty at times and stressful, especially when it's the very final match and you are just one hit away from winning. So is the other guy. So it's
You
like
screaming is like the best highlight. I need that as my I need that as my ringtone. That is I love it so much. That is me in a nutshell. But,
listen, if you want to hear me scream a lot, you should watch me play Apex.
that too.
Oh, another good game, Phasmophobia. That one's pretty cool.
I've heard of that game,
I have
Phasmophobia.
briefly heard of it.
That one, it's like a ghost hunting game, like with friends. I haven't played it because I don't have friends.
Ghost hunting like
But-
Luigi's Mansion or just like
No, like you
Oh.
go into different houses, like take missions, and you have to
Oh.
do certain objectives.
Okay.
And then as you get better and bigger, you do like buildings.
interesting.
And apparently, you could actually like the ghost can actually kill you too, but you don't know that. Now you know. It's supposed to be like a surprise. Now you know if you play.
Now I'm not surprised.
now the ghost can kill you.
Let's see.
That's definitely a
Shooters,
really good
we
one, though.
mentioned Overwatch. Have you played Call of Duty Black or the Cold War?
I do not have the game.
I don't know much about it, so I wanted.
I played the beta, and that was enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm not buying this game day one.
Yeah, I might wait a while just so I can play the campaign and see if it's a good shooter for 2020.
Yeah, like I'd rather play the campaign rather than just the multiplayer because I don't know, maybe just me is just I think I'm getting a little burnt out with the Call of Duty multiplayers. Maybe I'm
That's
getting a little bit
understandable.
burnt out.
Yeah.
Like Warzone, I could play Warzone because I could just play Plunder and just go around and just troll people and just mess with them and whatnot. Because you die, you get to respawn back and repeat the same process again. So it's fun. I like to run people over and then just blast them with a rocket launcher and then just teabag them as I run away. And then you hear their mic, you hear the player on the mic as you kill them. And there have been times where I've been cursed out in Spanish, which is funny. and you can tell that some of these guys are from Miami or whatnot. So for those that I've killed in Warzone that live in Miami, yeah, I'm that guy. Find me.
I can't think of any more games that have honorable mentions. I mean, there's a lot of good games.
Oh,
Yakuza's one I'm definitely going to try out.
people like Hades. I haven't played that though.
I've heard so many things. A lot of people simp for that game, and I find it
Yeah.
hilarious.
Like the art's nice.
I
but
have
that's
no
all I know about
I have
it.
no understanding of it. Wow, I lost my train of thought of the game. I lost it. I'll come back.
Okay. Well, what about games for throughout the entire generation? Because I believe we asked this question on the last episode, so we'll ask Terry, what are your favorite games throughout the entire generation? We'll start off with just 3.
Yeah, I know. I mentioned like Tekken now.
Okay,
Definitely
that's
being
Tekken.
one. It's hard to honestly for me to like remember what's new because of just being on PC. I'm trying to think of because I know a lot of my stuff is kind of like 2015 and stuff like that.
Yeah, because the PS3 and the Xbox 360 came in 2013, so 2013 to
Yeah.
2020.
Oh, okay, that would
Yeah.
count. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, one of my favorites of all time is Shovel Knight.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking you're talking about like PC's fine too, right? Not
Yeah.
just
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah,
Yes.
that helps a lot. Okay,
If it
yeah.
came out in that era, then yeah.
So yeah, Shovel Knight,
Mm-hmm.
Overwatch, and I guess Tekken. Yeah,
All right.
those are my top 3 right now. Though I haven't really touched Overwatch in a while.
Yeah, you're not
Do
missing
you
out
plan
much.
on getting the next one? What is it, Overwatch 2?
Yeah, yeah.
It was
definitely.
supposed to be rumored that there's going to show more this year. But I think it's just going to be
But
another next year.
then 2020 happened. and
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
maybe we shouldn't do that.
Yes, I do love what they're going to do with Overwatch 2, how you
Yeah.
can cross-play with Overwatch 1 players. Maps are going to be the same. The only thing that's different is the campaign.
Doesn't it feel like more of an expansion than anything?
Pretty much. Overwatch is going to have a campaign for the second one, from what I've heard.
I
Where
feel
you
like
can,
it should have been DLC or something.
It
at the same
should.
time. Unless they add like a lot.
because there's so much lore within the comics and also the cutscenes.
Yeah, I was keeping up with the lore for a long time. Like I really like Overwatch, but I just in the past year, ever since Roll Q, I just kind of fell out of it.
May
But I
is the
started
best
watching like
DPS
people play it.
changed
So
my mind.
I fell out of Overwatch because of the community. Just
Oh, it's
yeah.
it's garbage.
yeah, the community is just so toxic. And then as that grew, the online experience, I was just like, oh god,
Roll cues and the bursts. I mean, nerfs and buffs. The combination bursts.
yeah.
yeah, and no, what burnt me out I think was they had do you know what Goats is? That Goats camp meta
feel-
they were running. And actually,
Yeah.
I think that's what made them change. It was like
The
who was
2-2-2.
it? No, it was like I don't remember what Goats was actually now. I think it was
Or-
like a lot of shields, right?
Oh, are you talking
Wasn't it like
about
Orisa?
Arisa, Brigitte, and Reinhardt?
Yep.
With Zarya.
Yeah,
oh
and before
my
they changed
God.
everything, that was so it was everything. So I used to keep up with Overwatch League, and once
I
that
did Reinhardt with
happened,
Bastion.
yeah, that's also awful.
I'm a terrible person.
Yeah.
Then I
it's,
did Oriza, Reinhardt, and a Bastion.
oh my God.
360.
Yeah, then they pull out another enemy bastion to try to get the shields, but
Yes.
then it doesn't matter. But then that's what I mean. Like they'll do that in competitive, like Overwatch League. That was every time. So I just stopped watching that because that was all it was.
I played with Grandmasters and I got called trash and then I stopped playing. And I was still in placements. But I think I'm like platinum and tank right now.
I don't know what I am now. Probably low now, like something probably silver.
Bronze, but that's okay. I support bronze players.
It was definitely more of a casual, like not playing competitive for me.
I just like to hear people yell. You lose.
I sometimes I just find toxicity funny until you play, and then you're like, you know,
Like, oh,
F these
man.
people.
Dude, Reddit makes everything so much more fun.
Yeah,
Especially the Mortal Kombat Reddit.
I've never been on it. I'm
Good.
more on the Apex Reddit, which is
Good.
it's funny and it's also cancerous.
I'm on the Gears of War Reddit and it's actually peaceful. It's peaceful.
All right, our next topic: goals for 2021. So, Terry.
Well, I know it's not particularly game related. My main goal is to sell at conventions, so that's
Hey.
definitely what I'm going to start doing. I already reached out to MizuCon. I wanted to sell there. I do Otaku Fest if it wasn't so close, and it's like, I think the artist table is sold out. So I'd be doing a vendor table, which I think is like 300, 400, which that's just
You
not
are an
quickly.
artist, so this does work.
Yeah, I think they might be sold out because the first time I did,
Oh, man.
that was my first convention I sold art at, and that was last summer, right? August? I think
What?
Otaku Fest?
Yeah, it was in September.
October.
It was,
No,
No-
Otaku
November.
Fest in 2019.
I thought it was October.
that was Anime IY, I think.
I'm
right?
looking at my pictures now.
I
You
know,
got
'cause that's
me,
my
you got me
debut
going.
No,
there.
it was
Contest.
no, it was in September because I remember we had
know it was close.
Hurricane Dorian.
Oh, yeah, and a lot of
Oh
people
yeah, I dressed up
didn't
as
show
Wreck-It
up.
Ralph.
Yeah, and a lot of people didn't show up.
It was still a pretty good turnout.
Yeah,
though.
it was a good turnout. Yeah,
But like it said, it wasn't even going to hit that day, so I don't
Yeah,
know. why
because-
people like didn't go.
yeah,
Yes.
because Dorian was getting real close to Florida, and then on the actual day, Dorian was just like
Nah.
literally right at the edge of Florida, and then just didn't even go to us. It just here and then.
Yeah,
I think my
I'm glad
sister-
I came.
So I'm
That's
already-
how we met up and everything.
Yeah, because you were on cosplay as Johnny Cage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just to meet Mila Lee.
I had a table across from the food court, so I just watched people get food all day, and then I'd want to get food. It was fun though.
Dude, you gotta buy her cookies. They're amazing. We met at one of the Star Wars events, as I remember.
Yeah, that was where I first sold, right?
Yeah, and I bought
Absolutely
a lot of your cookies.
graceful.
I bought a lot of your cookies. It was so good.
And then we did the family event, and that's what the cotton candy thing.
Yeah,
started.
I cracked so many jokes.
That was our.
Also, don't forget to use Silverback's code 7564. I don't have a code, so I gotta work with this. I'm gonna milk this.
In the future, though, if you ever did want to, like,
Yay!
opportunities for everyone.
I also want to ask, with your cookies and whatnot, are you going to make like gaming specific style cookies?
Yeah, like yesterday, I had brought like their Smash Balls for the. I was just testing that out.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they were like a little rainbow, and I used the dye and I painted a little, not really cross symbol, little 2 lines to make the Smash Ball. I'm trying to test different stuff out. Like, you know the Naruto mask, I think Obito mask?
Yes.
I tried making that, but that's hard. It was frosting, which is what I'm learning right now as a skill because I want to start doing like character faces so people,
Right.
oh, I know what that is. So right now I'm trying to do just like color schemes and stuff.
I'll buy all your Rock Lee cookies.
Yeah, I want to definitely for conventions.
And we see that you have a box of cookies here. You want to show
Yeah.
the people on the camera?
Oh, sure. Yeah, these are more they're just plain, like they're not like anything themed in particular.
They look beautiful anyways.
But I want to bring. I actually baked these like this morning, so
Oh
they're
my
still warm.
god, they look beautiful.
No, they're not warm anymore. These are. Is that right here?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Oh, sorry.
I
That
got a
wasn't
tear
loud.
coming down.
See,
No,
that's
so,
just chocolate chip. They're actually kind of soft because
they
they
look.
were warm.
I know they look so soft baked.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and these are just unfrosted gingerbread. I'm working on a frosting recipe still. And there's 4 of each, so you guys could evenly disperse. And then I also, yeah.
I don't want to eat one on camera because I know I'm gonna look unattractive.
Yeah.
You know what? Why
I
not? Why
understand.
not? We gotta make this
by all
entertaining.
means.
Yeah.
So definitely that's the chocolate chip is like.
We gotta support
best
this
ones.
one way or another.
Yes.
Support small businesses, please.
Yes.
It's, please, way big of you.
You ever seen that movie Shrek?
Shrek. Yes, I think
Oh my
I
God,
may
these
have
are
heard of
still
it.
so soft.
Yeah, those are really fresh.
Don't mind me like unopening this, but how did Lord Farquaad said? Run as
They are
fast
so
as you
soft.
can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I had to make a meme out of this.
No, it's no
this,
problem.
this is a highlight.
It's okay. We love Shrek here.
Oh my god,
Wow.
that's good.
Like
Both very recently made.
very.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Yeah, the chocolate chip I think are my perfect ones. Like of
I'm
all
so
the ones,
glad I
have
did
the
not eat
most confidence
breakfast.
here. It was in exchange for the orange juice. You know?
I'll print you something. I
Like
don't know what.
I would say after the second bite, it just melts. Like my goodness.
You can taste that. You can taste that cinnamon, that ginger. Wait, does gingerbread have ginger?
Yes.
Okay,
I
I
didn't
don't-
think about it for a second.
I'm like, I don't want to sound stupid on camera. Actually, I don't mind, but still.
It was actually my first time trying a cookie with molasses. So that was my first time having a real gingerbread this year. Yeah.
Let me
Oh yeah.
look.
Just want to trade.
Toma.
it.
Oh my god. This is ASMR.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because I'm buying
Just a little
Waluigi.
closer to the mic.
Gracefully Game says, I'm so down to buy your cookies. They look so good.
Thank you.
Brandon says, get your breakfast in. Yeah.
I didn't eat, so I was waiting.
Because usually every podcast,
Holy shit, you're good.
we usually have donuts, Krispy Kreme donuts for our guests. But today,
This is the first time we're eating on camera, though.
this is the first time we're eating on
I'm
camera.
God, my friends are gonna look at this as like, what is? I thought this was a gaming podcast.
Yeah,
Hey,
they
Mingo,
happen
what's
to
going
tune
on?
in right now, and they're like, "Is this eating?"
This is so soft. I'm like internally
Across
crying right now.
I'm so glad. It makes me pretty happy.
You ever seen Food War? That really dramatic anime.
Yeah, I watched like I think 2 episodes.
I don't want to talk about like the rest of the scenes, but this
Hey,
is delicious
Evan,
to a
what's going
point
on?
where I
Yeah,
want to.
yeah. For that reason, I think they did it to lure people, right? Like if eventually they stopped. I hope.
Yes.
I didn't get past that part.
They're like season 4 right now.
Really? I thought that was like a gimmick thing. I didn't know they still do it.
No, determined. It's like becoming Gordon Ramsay, but like this is delicious.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That being said, actually, if you ever did want to do like a thing where I send you a few different types and do like a video review, I could do that for you.
Oh
too.
my god, we can do ASMRs together.
Oh, yeah.
On the
Turn up the sensitivity really high.
It's your boy Waluigi snacking on terrific treats. They are not terrible. They are terrific.
Yes. Hey, got it. Hey, promo video right there. They're not terrible. They're terrific.
Terrible.
So, I don't know that reassurance. Like, they're not terrible. It's like I don't know. It's not really comforting. It's like they're not terrible.
I'm just using your name as a pun.
Yeah. In case you didn't know, that's the
I
reason.
know. I
In
know.
case anyone else didn't know, that's why.
I know.
Sometimes I worry it sounds too generic, but it's like no, it's my name, so it's okay. It's like
It's not terrifying.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other things though.
Oh man, those are some good cookies.
Thank you.
Some really good cookies.
Sorry, I would have brought milk now that I think about it. Or
Oh yeah.
That's one thing I want to do. I want to sell milk as well, like glass bottles with like ribbon or something, just so people don't choke.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure if someone has water, then that'd be a health concern. But but if you actually like have your own milk brand, I'd be astonished.
Oh no, I'm not gonna make milk.
I know. That's what I was thinking for a sec.
No, I mean like buy as like Costco or something.
I do have one question I want to ask, and that is, next month we have Cyberpunk 2077 coming out. If it comes out,
Maybe. Might.
yeah.
If is a keyword.
Will you make Cyberpunk themed cookies? Or
You know, that'd actually be pretty
Keanu
good.
Reeves cookies. That's it.
Yeah, just looks like his head.
Keanu
That'd be
Reeves cookies.
perfect.
That's it.
People
Hands
would
down.
probably like that actually.
oh yeah,
I will throw a
definitely.
stack or something.
Well, I love the like the.
I don't have a
cyberpunk-
stack, but I'll throw something. I'll throw something.
So now I'm just thinking about his face like on a cookie.
Or to caption, you're breathtaking.
Oh yeah.
You're
Or
breathtaking.
they're
You're all
breathtaking.
breathtaking. Even the viewers here are breathtaking.
But yeah, the aesthetic for cyberpunk I love. Like I love the whole synthwave, cyberpunk looking vaporwave stuff. So like yeah, I'd probably do something like that because the color scheme alone, like the blue, pink, like the neon, I love. So I could probably do something like that. I'll actually keep that in mind too because if enough people want something like that, I'll definitely. Or just in general, I think I might try it out because I'm always trying different like references just to see what sticks.
Right. Gotcha. But yeah, like some Cyberpunk themed cookies. That'd be pretty dope. And in the chat, Mark is asking, where is the WoW Shadowlands talk? Anyone of you guys play WoW?
I do not play
World of
World.
Warcraft?
I do not play World of Warcraft. I know of
I
people.
My
don't
brother
play
does.
World of Warcraft.
I know it's a disappointment. I just have a little gaming laptop that I use for editing. What's in the comments?
It's like a run, I just choose not to.
Yeah, people. Pick. Can I get the box?
yeah,
I wanna
of
show-
course.
or you can show the people the box.
Oh yeah, sure. Here you go. That's
Terrific treats.
Christmas theme this year.
FL.
FL on Facebook and on Instagram. If you want to order yours, she does ship. You can definitely hit her up on Facebook or Instagram and get you an order and use the promo code
Senpai64.
to save you 15% on your purchase.
We're also doing a Black Friday sale right now.
Yeah.
Oh, and she also has currently a Black Friday sale right now. So, yeah.
Man, this makes me think of the days where I used an easy bake oven and I fucked up.
I think
know,
we
so
all
did
use an easy bake oven
I
at
don't think
some
they
point.
actually work. Like, they can't work. No, I've never done something successful with an easy bake.
I don't think anyone has. It's just all an imagination at this point. You just have
Yeah.
a light bulb and some. This just made me think of all the times. I'm like, I'm just gonna pay for this.
Yeah, literally. All right, and before we close this out, let's go to Instagram and get from our Q&A. You said you didn't get any.
Unfortunately, I forgot to post last night. My phone was dead 3/4 of the day.
And Terry, did you get any questions from your followers?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay. Well, I got two, so I'm going to read
I
one.
do have a question for you guys also.
Okay. All right. So, and for those that are watching in the chat, if you guys do have any questions that you want answered on the podcast, by all means, type it in the chat and we will answer it.
The plastic ruffling.
So we're gonna start off this first question from the Media Nut.
Hey, Pedro.
What fictional food do you wish were real?
There's a
I got
lot.
nothing because everything that I would want to be real is already real.
The Jawbreakers from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Ooh.
Oh.
Definitely.
Adventure Time, the everything burrito.
Oh,
What is that?
It's all the meats in one burrito.
All the meats in one burger.
Yeah, they have like snake meat, they have beef, chicken, pork. They have like
oh, I feel like I had answers to this, but now when I think about it, I don't know.
I don't know. I've only
Krabby
seen
Patties? Like, those are good.
Krabby Patties?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one.
Wow, I feel attacked. But then for video game wise, Sea of Thieves, you can make megalodon meat, like steak. And
Interesting.
you can eat it or you can sell it for a lot more money.
Oh, pumpkin soup from Skyward Sword.
Ooh.
It's a kind of specific one, but I remember that.
Skooma from Sky. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I am not an alcoholic.
Gracefully Game says, I don't know if you mentioned it, but are you guys planning on going to a Taco Fest in January? Yes.
Yes.
100% yes.
Yes.
And our next question from Tacticulture from Instagram.
Toxie! That's my dog.
Oh, hi. Yeah, you know, I've been
And I
talking to
think
her lately,
this
actually.
one
I
is
think
more
for me-
tailored to Terry.
Yeah.
When did you realize you wanted to big for the cosplay/con community?
I think when it really hit me was when I first sold here, the Star Wars event. That's actually where I was like, oh man, actually this is fun. I like
Dude,
doing
those Darth
different
Maul
themes.
cookies were amazing.
Yes, I
those-
had a lot of.
And then when you gave them away, I took a shit
Yeah, at the end,
ton.
I was like, oh, here's extra.
I
That's
felt so
Here's my
bad.
bag.
I felt so
No, not at all. Like it helps me out. I know what sells and what people like.
I think which one? The Halloween event that we had here. The cosplay on FanFest. No, was it the second episode? Or I think it was the
second.
Halloween event. I bought like a lot of cookies from you.
That was the cosplay one.
Okay, it was
I
the
was
cosplay one?
unfortunately here.
I
for
was
the
stuck
Halloween
making cotton
one.
candy.
Yeah, that was still there.
Okay,
I
so
wanted
yeah, it
graphics
was that
cookies, but I
one.
did not have a chance.
Yeah, like Terry brought in like a lot of cookies and whatnot. And I ended up spending a lot of money. I think I had like maybe 14 cookies at that time.
Around that, I think.
Man, you
It
beat
was-
my
it
record. I
was
got
greatly
through like
appreciated.
10.
I was like, listen, no one's not gonna buy them. I'll take this.
Yeah,
And
one
there was a Rice Krispies one treat as well. I took that.
I regret not making more chocolate chip. I only made like I think a dozen, and they sold very fast. I was like, man, okay, I know what to do next time. So next time I do sell here, I know what to do. It's a learning process, like I mentioned before. So yeah, what was that? The Star Wars event. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
definitely where I learned people were liking it. And when a lot of my, almost all of the people who bought from me are like around our age, they like anime, they like games. So I was like, oh, this is kind of my market. This is who I can appeal to, I think.
I just made this
Nice.
ginger man into Sasuke Uchiha, basically. Baruto.
I would love to see a cookie of Naruto and Sasuke cookie just colliding with each other.
That's extra, but I love it.
Yeah.
I want to do like meticulous things like that, like have a specific shape. Like I cut it out with my hand and like stuff like that would be really cool.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
man, that'd be dope. I was also thinking about with the gingerbread cookie, you make like a gingerbread Rock Lee cookie.
Yeah, no, I could just.
I would
could
buy
do
it.
that definitely because like they could be the same shape, just different. Yeah, that's something I'm thinking about.
I'll get
too.
some with Coquito so we can have like a drunken roughly.
And then, and next month we have what Attack on Titan final season and whatnot.
Yep.
Will there be any Attack on Titan themed cookies or?
I could do the I don't watch it unfortunately, but the symbol I could do that, like something like that maybe. That'd be cool.
Yes.
I love the theme song. That's the one thing I do. The first season theme song.
Gracefully Games says Kingdom Hearts theme cookie.
Oh, that I have worked on. Yeah,
Okay.
because I know a couple people actually mentioned that to me.
Were they Firaga? Firaga. Wow, I'm sorry with these puns. You're not ready for this. Nobody is.
All right. So if we have any more questions that you guys want to ask in the chat before we close this on out,
Oh, Terry, what were you gonna ask us?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say if we wait.
go
for
ahead
this,
and ask them. And
Do either of you like what's your next cosplay plan? Since you both cosplay.
You know, I'll answer this one first since I know.
yeah, go for it.
I'm currently collabing with Vivi Chibi, and
Oh, yeah?
we plan on doing a couple, and I'm gonna be printing some of her stuff as well.
Oh yeah, I saw the case you're printing, right? Is
Yeah,
that that one was,
from Hunter x Hunter. I'm doing Shalnock's phone for her at the moment.
oh really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Then I just finished my recent commission with Small Might. He's planning on doing a Bakugo cosplay.
Oh really?
Yeah, I just made some armor for him, the neck piece, knee
Oh wow, so you're
pads.
pre-printing armor. That's with the 3D
Yeah.
printer, right? That's cool.
Yeah, and I also made some waste grenades for him as well.
That's awesome.
I brought it by car anyways, but I didn't want to bring it here yet.
And that's really cool though. I know you could print like actual armor and stuff.
Yeah, I can also do cookie cutters. Now that I
Oh
learned.
yeah. Oh. I'll
So
keep
if
that
you need
in
something,
mind.
I got you, family.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually customize something then maybe.
I know. I just need to find a cool name for like my print shop. I was thinking of like, there's someone I'm working with now, Belladonna, You gave me all these names, but I think I'm gonna go with my old username, Otaku Trash.
That works.
This is my secret Instagram account, so whoever follows that account, I give you props. I'll give you like 10
Let's
points for
pull out my
Gryffindor.
phone.
Otaku trash.
Because I wanted to be an apparel design, but I was just stealing memes off of T-shirts. I'm like, nah, I gotta make my own stuff. The more you know.
All right, well, there are no more questions to ask.
Wait.
Gracefully Game says, do Otaku trash. That would be amazing.
Thank you.
We'll make it.
All right, so we're gonna knock this out like Nate Robinson.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I watched those fights last night.
Oh my god.
I am not in rest.
I was a little unimpressed with the Tyson fight. I know
I
it's
think
like
we
an
all are.
exhibition, but
Yeah.
They called it a draw, and I got so pissed.
I was like, well, that was boring.
Like me and my family were just yelling at the TV, drinking. We were yelling.
I like got home and I was
Actually,
like,
it was
playing
just
it, like watching it on my phone. Like,
Actually,
really
it was just me
tired.
yelling at the TV.
Oh,
I'm just here for the memes.
So am I. We just shared like maybe 5 or 6 memes before you got
Oh
here.
my god. Oh, Nate Robinson getting
That man
out.
going to the gulag.
Oh man, that was funny.
Yes, it was.
But anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up and put a bow on it.
What about your cosplay?
Oh, my cosplay plan.
Sorry, last question.
Oh yeah, last one. I got none because I'm broke.
I'm just making stuff and doing commissions at the moment.
So
you
if
have anything, let me know.
anything, it's gonna just most likely be Solaire. But he is, I would say, my Solaire cosplay is about 95% complete. The only
Hey.
thing I just need is just the iron braces and iron shins, and I'm good
Oh, that's
because
it?
I got the sword, I got the shield, I got the actual helmet. I had to replace I forgot the name of
The
it,
Tobard,
but
I think.
yeah, the shirt, because what I had on last time I cosplayed Solaire, the sun was peeling, and I'm just like,
Oh.
well, this is bull. So
Oh, wow.
I had to get that replaced. I had to get an actual good one, which took me about a month or some change and whatnot. So if anything, it'll be a more perfected Solaire cosplay that I'll do for Otaku Fest. I think I'm gonna just wear it for maybe a day, maybe that Saturday, and then Sunday, if we do get the panel, we'll do a podcast episode at Otaku Fest,
Yeah.
which will be
That'd be awesome, actually.
well, if the internet is strong enough. If anything, it's just gonna be recorded, and we'll just be
I
asking
just want a
people.
whole group of people so I can scream to "You're breathtaking." Like, I don't care if anyone just stays for at least 5 minutes. If they can do that with me, I'll be the happiest man alive.
But yeah, I
Make
do
my mom
plan on.
proud.
Yeah, I do plan on having the podcast at Otaku Fest if we get the panel room, which I'm hoping that we do. And yeah, I'll just do Solaire for one day, which will be that Saturday.
I'm gonna get a T-shirt cannon for this. But I realized I didn't fully answer your question. I mean, Vivian and I are gonna be doing Yoshikage Kira and Killer Queen from JoJo.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I'm planning on
That's gonna
building.
be cool.
I'm gonna plan on building the armor soon.
That's awesome.
And then my big sister cosplay Chris, like she's one of my family friends. I'm gonna be doing Gamabunta, the Toad Chief, and Naruto.
And that's exciting. For Otaku Fest,
Possibly, if I can drag her enough.
That's exciting.
And what about you? Are you cosplaying for Otaku Fest or?
Maybe not for Otaku Fest. So if I don't get it in time, CJ and I want to do Biken and Johnny from Guilty Gear.
Ah.
Wait,
That's one
I do
thing.
have an idea.
Yeah.
Cooking Mama.
Oh, if I do, when I sell, I'll do that actually. I'm gonna keep
Yes!
that in mind.
Yes!
If
I will
if
support
I'm
this.
vending, I'm just like, it makes sense. That's
That's
awesome,
one of my
though.
favorite
That's actually a
games.
really good idea.
That is one of my guilty pleasures of a game I used to play as a
I
kid.
remember playing that on an emulator, and one of the things is to blow, and you can't blow, and I would fail that one, so I never get a perfect on that one.
Oh my god.
Like, how this is-
I'm sorry.
You're good, man. You're good.
Oh my god.
Well, y'all, that concludes episode 16 of the South Florida Gamers podcast. And Terry, do you have any closing words for everyone before you head on out? This would be the time to say it. You can also plug in your social media, your business, everything.
You can use code Senpai64 for 15% off your order.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're interested in anything I do, or if you are watching, have any suggestions, this is my Terrific Treats, _FL Instagram. My DMs are open on there, so you could just let me know. Any suggestions are fine. I should actually have a highlight for that. People could just message me or do the question response. I'm also on Facebook. I'm on Google, Yelp. I'm working on a website. That's pretty much it.
Yay.
All right, Waluigi.
Terry, thank you for being with us.
Thank you,
These are
guys.
like the best cookies and the best breakfast I've had in a while. Make sure you guys use the code SENPAI64. And can't wait for the next episode.
Absolutely. Well, y'all, I would say I enjoyed this episode, and Terry, thank you for being a guest.
Thank you so
Even
much.
though in the past we did had some hiccups because we did wanted to have you on earlier, but we had some hiccups back then. But we're glad to have
I'm
you
just
on
glad
now.
I could
Yeah.
make it
Yeah.
work.
We're glad to have you back on now, and also you'll be here for the Flynn's 1-year reunion, right?
Yes, definitely.
You'll have cookies there too, right?
Yes.
Yay! I'm coming now for
Yay.
the speakers of cookies.
And I'm not sure if they're having one yet for a Christmas event. Definitely, that's going to be a big cookie day for me. Yeah.
I'm sure
Oh,
with Santa buying all your cookies and walking out. The amount of disrespect would be so perfect.
Yeah, because you guys been to the Flynn's events before, whatnot. It gets pretty busy.
Yeah, it's getting better each time. I
Yeah.
think. Like the
Yeah.
last one, very smooth. That was very smooth.
I missed it, but I saw all the videos and it was really smooth.
Yeah. So I can't wait for the next event, which is gonna be
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a
huge.
long day. It's gonna be huge, and I probably might buy a lot of cookies from you that day.
If I can't get food, I'm buying cookies.
Yeah.
That is my source of nutrition. There's not much, but it's still good.
Little ones.
I will
Protein, probably.
I will say that I am a huge glutton for peanut butter chocolate chip cookies.
Me too.
Oh, really?
I'm
Me
a
freaking
huge
too.
glutton for it.
It's like chocolate chip with peanut butter chips or peanut butter with chocolate chip.
What?
Yes.
Both. Okay.
Yes.
Good to know.
Yes. I'm also a sucker for white chocolate macadamia nut cookies.
Okay, I could keep that in mind.
You're gonna make a
Yeah.
grown man cry.
That one, people want that one, so that's something I'm working on. Because I love white chocolate. So.
I'm excited now.
Because if you can make those, I will stop buying Publix cookies because to me that
I will
There-
burn
there's-
Publix cookies.
yeah, that will make me stop buying Publix cookies because they're the shit, they're the bomb, and then there's you.
Yes.
So
We're gonna use them as frisbees.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like that, yeah, the thing you like pull and you like shoot it out of the air.
Yes. What do you call that? I forgot the name.
I wanted to say discus.
Discus.
Is that it? We're back.
ladies and gentlemen, I apologize that are now just watching it. The stream kind of like disconnected and whatnot, which is kind of weird, but it just reconnected. So we're just getting to the closing part, but. I'd like to thank y'all for watching and tuning in. Greatly appreciate every
Thank you,
single one of you. And be sure to check out Terrific Treats on Instagram and Facebook. I was about to say on Twitch, Twitter, and all that other good stuff. Because I'm thinking about my outro, and it's like, no, I got to do the outro differently this time.
The terrific way.
Yes.
One more.
One more pun. You just got to throw it in there. Why don't you?
But gotta shake and bake. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
All right. Yeah, check out Terry on Terrific Treats on Facebook and Instagram. Pick you up some cookies. Use the promo code
Senpai64. At the same time.
Yes. And definitely order you some cookies. They're great. They're delicious, and they can literally be better than Publix cookies. That's how good it
That is
is.
the nicest
Yes.
compliment I've ever
Yeah.
received. They got
Yes.
cookies there.
Yes. Have you ever thought about doing a brookie?
Brookie? Yeah.
A brownie and
We're,
cookie?
we're homies.
Brownies are next.
You never had that?
No.
Get the hell out of here.
No.
Close the stream. Hold on. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But yeah. For audio playback only, it's going to be available on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and Spotify. It'll be available later on today. And yeah, 2 weeks from now, we'll have our next guest. And Terry, once again, thank you for being
Thank
our
you so
guest.
much.
Thanks so much. I
And we
appreciate it.
can't wait to have you on again in a future episode.
Thanks so much.
Alrighty, guys, this has been episode 16 of the South Florida
Love
Gamers
y'all.
podcast. We are signing out.